Bills signed Chase Claypool, another 6'4", 6'5" wide receiver, clearly demonstrating the need and want to have these big, tall, physical wide receivers on this team for the 2024 season. And obviously, us drafting who we selected, Keon Coleman, I think pairing with Mac Hollins with Chase Claypool, I think we're bringing in some depth pieces right now because that's clearly a skill set that we want on this team for the 2024 season. You can clearly see what happened in that final game last year against the Kansas City Chiefs. Stephon Diggs and the drop, not being able to go up there, body the guy out, go up after that ball, win the 50-50 jump balls. Well, now the Bills have Chase Claypool, Keon Coleman, and also Mac Hollins, even Justin Shorter too as well. I mean, 4 wide receivers that we're going to be entering training camp with, just ready to go. So another sneaky signing here. I think Chase Claypool, he's kind of bounced around between the Steelers. He was at Miami. Just offering just another big dominant skill set for us. And I really think to pair that with Josh Allen, I mentioned it in my previous video too, like we did that with Kelvin Benjamin, but Kelvin Benjamin was over his prime. Like we did it and tried it with Duke Williams, but Duke Williams, like really inexperienced, right? And now I think we have the best depth pieces so far in the McDermott era with having a big, strong, tall, physical skill set, wide receiver, Chase Claypool, Justin Shorter, Mac Hollins, Keon Coleman. I mean, this is absolutely huge right now. And having like a big, large catch radius, I mean, sometimes you just have to throw it up. You know, if they want to double cover one of our other players, if they want to double cover Dalton Kincaid, and we have our one-on-one with Keon Coleman or Mac Hollins or Chase Claypool or Justin Shorter, and it's a size advantage, I think that's huge. You throw the ball up and you take what you can get and take your chances, especially if it comes down to the wire of the game. You know, we really haven't had like really tough, physical, fighting miracle catches later in the game. And I think that should definitely help things out. And you consider Josh Allen, really like how hard he ultimately throws the football. I mean, having sure-handed, big hand wide receivers you could just throw to, big catch radius, you know, I think it's just ultimately going to help Josh Allen improve his completion percentage. And you couple that really with what the Bills have done under Joe Brady, and it's established the run. We're really running the football with James Cook. You know, we got a lot of guys here now, even Ty Johnson, the rookie that we just selected, Darrington Evans. Like, we got some guys, Frank Gore Jr., right? Like, all these guys are going to be coming here and balling out for the Bills. And we proved with Aaron Kromer in this revamped offensive line that we could actually establish the run. People are going to have to respect the run and the play action from James Cook. And what that ultimately does is, you know, if they play the run, if it's a play action and they play the run, it's going to allow these big, tall wide receivers more time to create space to get downfield. And maybe a safety's not covering over the top. Maybe he bites on the run. And, you know, I think it's just a huge advantage if we get on these one-on-one 50-50 jump ball situations, especially Josh Allen and the way he throws it, right? It's not necessarily a touch arcing pass. It's more of like a line drive because he has the arm strength to throw it freaking 100 yards on a line. So I think, you know, kind of doing that with a big, tall, physical wide receiver, and just throwing it up towards him and allowing him to go up and high point that football. Chase Claypool is definitely an under-the-radar signing for the Buffalo Bills. You know, I know Keon Coleman, second-round pick, first in the second round. I mean, he is still a rookie. So, you know, we really don't know how that's going to all perform, right? Us trading up last year for Dalton Kincaid, and Dalton Kincaid really wasn't, we weren't comfortable relying on Dalton Kincaid until at least halfway through the season. So, you know, knowing that we're going to have to use these depth pieces on our team, especially if that's a skill set that we want to implement. And I think furthermore, Keon Coleman could actually see how it's done, like Chase Claypool, Mac Hollins, veterans in this league that understand how to body guys out, how to use their frame and go up and get that football, right? They could show the success and how to be successful at that size. Even Justin Shorter, like not a lot of experience. Like he needs to learn from guys like Mac Hollins, like Chase Claypool, and really understand how to work it and figure out themselves. But I really think like Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins, Chase Claypool could easily just work in rotation a little bit, especially at the beginning of the year. I think we're clearly going to see that. And just like Dalton Kincaid, like as the year progressed, as we got later in the season, Josh Allen started trusting Dalton Kincaid more. I think he's going to start trusting Keon Coleman a little bit more. And then obviously for a playoff run, each and every single game, they're just improving and getting better and better and better. So, Chase Claypool, I mean, he's a threat. Regardless, he's a threat simply because of the size and the skill set that he presents. Like, you have to keep that in mind. And if there's a size advantage, like if we're going against a small corner and they want to put their better corner on Curtis Samuel or on Dalton Kincaid, whatever it is, this is a matchup game. So the Bills having multiple different skill sets here. Curtis Samuel running a 4.3 40 coming out of college. I think he's going to be that speed demon guy. We have Khalil Shakir, Dalton Kincaid in the slot, as well as even Andy Isabella mixing in there. And on the outside, right, Keon Coleman, Mac Hollins, Chase Claypool, Justin Shorter competing to be that tall physical wide receiver for the Bills. So I'm really, really liking this. I love what the Buffalo Bills have done. I think Chase Claypool could definitely come in here and contribute. I don't know how much he can contribute necessarily on special teams, so it will be interesting to see if he makes this roster. Mac Hollins too. I think Mac Hollins, Chase Claypool come in, compete during training camp, see who actually could win that job and work in rotation with Keon Coleman. Justin Shorter too, he's going to be competing as well. Like Justin Shorter, a 6th, 7th round pick, not a lot of experience, very raw talent coming out of college. But I believe this coaching staff is going to get the most out of all of them. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. That's how you're going to support me and my efforts for keeping this channel alive. Also, check the links in the description to Course Careers. You guys could start a free introduction course to sales, technology sales. You guys could work fully remote. It's personally how I landed my full-time job, but they have data analytics, IT, digital advertising. There's just so many career paths that are helping a lot of people, and I had that personal experience knowing that they can get you hired. But I appreciate you. Hit like and subscribe, and go Bills.